This is the Fairy Lake trailhead. This is the start of the Bridger Ridge Run. It actually starts right up these stairs over here. Not really stairs. Starts by the bathroom. So, Sacajawea Peak. There's actually a little mini aid station up there, check-in point. I guess that's the first cutoff. It's 2.25 miles, a couple thousand vertical. Starts off in the woods here. Over the years, they've changed the course. Keeps getting longer. The start used to be up here. This little section of the trail didn't exist. Started up, you kind of see that road over there. And they blocked that trail off. It's July 29. It's a Wednesday. So the actual event is 2 weeks from this weekend. So the trail is pretty rocky and rooty. So it's easy to trip. So the less obtrusive your footgear, less material sticking out to catch on things. I'm in the Hoka Speed Goat 7s, which are a little more maximalist than I would like. Not as prone to catching on stuff as some shoes. We're in the northern Bridgers, and there's a campground up here, picnic ground, trailhead. They just opened it up and working on the road, and they're actually still working on it, even though the road is now open. But the Forest Service and the people that they contracted to work on the road have done a good job. It's pretty drivable. I think you could take just about any vehicle up here. It doesn't need to be high clearance. Now, it can't be a low clearance little sports car, but it's not as bad as it used to be. There's some steep sections and kind of loose gravel. So if you just have front wheel drive or two-wheel drive, you gotta keep your momentum in those steep sections so you don't lose traction. Yeah, that was I was pushing 15, 20 years ago. They changed the start location. And I'm not even sure if you can see the remnants of the old trail that came through the woods here. But I don't know, probably added a third of a mile and a couple 100 feet of vertical by moving the start down to the trailhead, or where the trailhead is now. It may have come up that, oh, maybe this is it, I don't know. But it used to, yeah, that could be the old trail. It used to be just a free-for-all back in the early days. There wasn't much of a trail at all. Yeah, way back in the 80s and early 90s, it was kind of a free-for-all. Everyone kind of chose their own route, and there were some routes that were faster and shorter than others. And if you were familiar with the course, you could save yourself a lot of time. But as the traffic and the impact increased, kind of standardized on a single route, and we get up into the basin where it opens up here. There's a bunch of different switchbacks, and actually had people monitoring, making sure you weren't cutting switchbacks. Yeah, it's a fragile alpine environment. So we switch back up this kind of steep section here, and then we pop out close to tree line, and it's pretty flat for a while, and then steepens and switchbacks up to Sacajawea Pass. Yeah, there's different alternate routes here, but I do think the protocol is to stay on the most switchbacky route. The direct routes are tempting. Because they are faster. but you're not supposed to do that.